What's up, y'all? It's your boy T Thizzle 88. It's your boy T Thizzle, and today I'm here with who is the host, Boss Alien. He is basically the founder of a forum called Next Generation. You have all the latest content, a good community, just basically helping everybody grow and just giving the latest leaks on technology. On my left, True Warlord. This man is completely phenomenal as far as Call of Duty. Man, he has worked with different clans. I'm not going to go into details on that, but his background is pretty impressive. So we have some pretty good stuff to talk to you all about. We want to give diversity. We don't just want to stick on one topic. So we're going to talk about some movies. We're going to talk about a few different video games. And for you all COD fanboys and girls out there, we're also going to get into Call of Duty Advanced Warfare dropping November 4th. So let's get straight into it. First of all, True Warlord, is there anything you want to say about yourself or just to give everybody a feel for who you
are? I'm a Call of Duty player, channel person. I do competitive Call of Duty quite a bit too as well. Probably not the greatest at that. I like to play a lot of Minecraft, and I'm also into movies and things like that. So
Okay.
Pretty much sums me up there.
Got a good variety there. What about you, boss? I know you're the king yourself, but let's go ahead and get the debrief.
Yep, I'm a huge fan of movies. I love watching movies. I love talking about them. Huge fan of gaming. I mostly talk about gaming rather than playing them. I'm a huge Marvel freak. DC, Marvel.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay, so speaking of Marvel and DC, let's get into the first movie that we wanted to talk about. Recently, there has been a release of the Avengers Age of Ultron trailer. So, boss, you're a little bit more familiar with this than we are. So, kind of give us a little summary about what's going on here in that trailer.
This trailer is absolutely freaking awesome. I love it. The whole darkness, the whole tone to the whole trailer is just amazing. I mean, it's something completely different than what we've seen before. It kind of very similar to Iron Man 3. I get the feeling that the whole look and feel to the Iron Man 3, we can see quite a lot of that in this trailer.
Definitely.
And I mean the voice of Ultron. I mean, his voice is just perfect for this role. James Spader's voice, that is. He's going to be playing the Ultron, and he looks badass. What do you guys think?
I mean, from watching the trailer myself, it just looked completely action-packed. It looked like they didn't leave any space out, and
definitely.
I would imagine that the audience is in for a treat when it releases in the theaters. What about you, Warlord?
Well, I don't follow the comics or anything like that, but I have seen the other Avengers, all of the Iron Man, the Hulk, and all of those movies that have come out that led up to the Avengers. And, well, comparing it to Iron Man 3's trailer or just the movie in general, you saw all that darkness, and I don't want to give any spoilers because I'm sure there's people who haven't seen it, but all the darkness in that movie that kind of summed up at the very end, I feel like there is a lot of that in the trailer of the next Avengers movie, and that makes me pretty excited to see it.
Definitely.
Have you noticed one thing throughout the trailer? Not one person is smiling. I mean, It looks completely dark and the fact that Captain America's shield at the end is completely torn and just one side. I mean, this goes to show this villain could be the villain of all Marvel that they haven't shown in any other films that they've done. I mean, I'm hoping that this villain, Ultron, is the one villain that we hopefully get to see the full wrath of in this movie.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think once more, the audience is in for a treat. Like Warlord said, I haven't really been too much into Marvel and DC myself, but just coming from an outsider perspective, it looks like something that I definitely would be interested in checking out at the theaters when it releases. So I think we pretty much covered that there. Next up, DC has announced a new movie lineup. I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Boss because he has way more knowledge in this area than I do. So what are some of the new movies that DC announced that you feel like you're really hyped up for?
Oh, yeah. The DC announced, I think there was a total of 11 movies between 2016 to 2019.
Yeah.
And some of those movies, here's just a few of the names. The Justice League movie 1, Wonder Woman standalone film, There's going to be Aquaman standalone film. They're even thinking of doing a Green Lantern reboot.
That would
So
be nice.
that is, yeah, definitely. They've also gone for Suicide Squad, which sounds alright, and also a Shazam movie starring The Rock.
Okay,
Oh, really?
yeah. When it comes to The Rock, Dwayne Johnson is formal name. Performing in movies, I always know that it's going to be something good. The Rock, he just
yes,
makes
definitely.
incredible movies.
Yeah, you know it's going to be good if it has The Rock in it, more than likely.
Yeah.
Except for that one Race to Whatever Mountain. That movie was bad. I'm
Race
sorry.
to Mountain? Witchcraft Mountain or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of that movie.
I don't think.
But yeah, I mean, this whole lineup is just for a fan who likes Batman, Superman, and the whole feel. This announcement is just amazing for someone like me who has been waiting for DC to finally make some decent movies with Superman, Batman, and Flash, and all the whole Justice League setup, basically.
Kind of like they did with the Avengers.
Yeah, so I think there's going to be some heavy competition for Marvel, especially when the latest movie that DC is going to do is Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, I've heard about that, and the last two Batman movies have been phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
they've been so good, and the Man of Steel, I think that's what it was called. That was a good movie as well, but I did have a little issue with that movie in the fact that it seemed like a Michael Bay production. Like the majority of that movie was just smashing metal and destruction. That's what I thought, but it was a good movie.
I loved that movie. I couldn't get enough. I had to watch it 4 or 5 times. I mean, the whole action and sequence in that was just phenomenal.
And it had a great story to it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that was but for me, in my opinion, that was the best Superman movie they've made so far.
Yeah, me too. I had watched all the previous Superman movies, and I could never get into them. I could always get into Batman, just not Superman.
Oh yeah.
Until this movie.
Batman.
This movie got me into Superman.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a lot of catching up to do myself, man. Money's been so tight, it's been hard to check out the movies. So I've been just waiting for Netflix and all that good stuff, because that $10 subscription gets me all the movies in 1 month, whereas a theater, that's a one-time trip for like $15. I don't got time for that.
Oh yeah, I know where you're coming from. I mean, what do you think? What do you guys think of the other standalone movies like Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman? Are you guys familiar with those?
Yeah, I'm familiar with a lot of them because I remember as a child, I forgot the Justice League. I think that was a cartoon. I don't know if it's still aired now, but I remember watching that as a child coming home from school. And Justice League, that was something that always caught my attention. And those heroes, like everyone that you described, like I remember every single one. Flash, I think that would probably be one of the top producers or top sellers between
has to be in the
movies.
Top 3.
Yeah, Flash. That's one a lot of people are familiar with.
Oh
so
yeah,
I can
they've
see
even got a new Flash TV series coming out soon, haven't they?
Oh, they do? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they've already released like a trailer for that.
Yeah, I think I heard about it. I forgot the name.
I know they've been doing a lot of TV series based off of DC shows, like the Arrow. Well, that's not DC, but like Arrow or something like that, and then Gotham, that series that just came out.
Yeah, I'm watching that. I've watched one episode last week, and it was pretty good, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. So maybe they're heading in the right direction then.
Yeah, and Wonder Woman, I think that will also perform well. Especially knowing that it's a woman hero, that also targets another audience, which is a female audience, and that's
I couldn't agree more.
Good. Yeah,
I think Wonder Woman will be really good. But what was the other one that you said?
Aquaman.
Aquaman. I don't know about that one.
I'm not for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a familiar name.
Because the reason why is because there's another movie that already kind of highlights on water powers, and that's Percy Jackson. And a lot of people go to see that movie, and Percy Jackson. I think I read a book about it, and I read the book, I believe. I forgot, it's been so long ago, but Percy Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, he is the son of Poseidon, and Poseidon is the god of the
seas,
of god of water, I believe, something like that.
Right.
I'm probably embarrassing myself with my bad mythology knowledge.
No, you're on the right lines because I've seen the Percy Jackson movies. There's only 2 that have been released.
Yeah, I was
And
never really into
Yeah,
him.
yeah, I think, yeah, Poseidon, I believe he's the god of the sea.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's the
is.
god of
Yeah,
the sea. Yeah, that's right. And Percy Jackson is the son, and Percy Jackson already really highlights on those water powers. So
that's
basically what
true.
I'm saying is for DC to differentiate themselves, they really got to come up with something really, like, entertaining.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, if they're gonna include Aquaman in the Justice League, maybe a standalone film might be what's best to get the character more involved with the audience
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
I
that
feel like
sort
if
of
they're
way.
gonna lead it up to the Justice League, they have to make a film about it no matter what. But
Yeah,
it's gonna be really hard for them to take a character whose powers are based on the water and turn it into something like fighting a supervillain like you see in Batman. Like it's just gonna be so hard to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't know where you can really go with something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Unless you just chill around the ocean all day.
Yeah, for real. Unless you're like fighting giant mega sharks or something.
But I'm also thinking they will introduce all these characters in the Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice. That's
Yeah, they
coming
probably
out.
will.
So I think we probably get a glimpse of each different character, probably like little cameo or something.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
They'll at least introduce them a little bit, touch on them, kind of
That's
give
it. Yeah,
them an idea of what they're going to be doing. Yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
already pumped for that movie. I mean, Ben Affleck as Batman. I think that
I'm
was
not. I'm not excited about that. I thought that was a bad idea.
no. I think that was. I think Ben Affleck can actually get the job done as Batman.
It made me
Hold
think
on,
of
what's that
George
again?
Clooney as Batman. That's what it reminded me of, and I'm like, oh, not again, because that was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, them to release the pictures. I mean, they speak for themselves, don't they? It looks badass. I mean, the
I
Batmobile
haven't.
is
I haven't
badass.
seen any pictures actually.
They released some a couple of months ago.
Hmm.
I think on the Zack Snyder's Twitter page or something. I'm not really too sure if that's where it came from, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I'll Google it real quick.
Okay. But anyway, in the meantime, I know US, we've been this is pretty old for us, old news for us, but for the UK, this is pretty relative, and I know a lot of Boss Aliens forum subscribers are from the UK. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is getting ready to come out, or how do you feel about that, Boss? Are you pretty excited for that?
yeah, I mean, it came out last week and I went to watch it at the weekend, and it was a really good movie. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I mean, there's one particular scene in there that really got me excited, and I don't want to really reveal too much, for spoilers and all that.
Yeah, it's all good.
But I mean, the characters, the turtles themselves were pretty amazing. The look, the feel, and the chemistry between the characters were pretty good as well. The intro part was a bit slow, but there were times where there was a good amount of action in that film.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I can say is something that a lot of people complained about in this recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is that they felt like it was too adult themed. Like it,
Oh
just the
yeah,
way the
yeah.
characters look, it just didn't look like original. Like that's what a lot of people felt, especially with
Yeah,
Shredder. If I'm not mistaken, Shredder. What exactly is he again?
He's a
He's
he's
some
rat.
sort of
actually
animal. I forgot. Isn't he a rat or something?
Yeah,
yeah,
I
he's
think
a he's a
rat.
giant rat.
Yeah, he's a giant rat. So, with him being in this movie, having like all those like really defined features with the blades and everything like that, some people liked it because, of course, it's an enhancement, and some people didn't like it because they felt like it just took away from the original source of the movie.
I heard that quite a lot of people were complaining about the actual source material. I mean, it kind of drove away from the actual TV series back in the 1980s.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were complaining about the fact that it didn't really go in that direction that they wanted. But I mean, I felt the storyline was pretty decent as far as what Michael Bay did with the whole production and everything.
Yeah,
Um,
like I thought it was pretty funny how. Well, first off, there was a big deal about the adult, scenes and stuff in the movie, and how much more adult it was than what a lot of people should have thought that it should have been.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, I feel like that movie came out on the more positive side as far as selling goes than I thought it was, because a lot of people don't like remakes of classic movies. Look at Transformers. Like, everybody hates on Transformers because of Michael Bay, and I don't mind Michael Bay, but he does do a lot of metal clashing.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, you know, the villain Shredder. I thought he was pretty decent looking as well. It kind of reminded me a bit of a Transformer type look. If you saw the imagery of him. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Overall, good movie. I've actually done a review on my website, Next Generation. You can check it out. Hopefully, give me some feedback.
Okay. All right. So Far Cry 4, boss. You say you've been playing that lately. How's that been going for you?
I've actually I don't believe it's out just yet in the UK.
No, it's not out here yet. That's for sure.
For real? Oh, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I was thinking of the past Far Cry. Far Cry 4, of course, hasn't been out yet. Like, what do you
No.
what do you think? Are you
I
any
mean,
new features that you're hoping for, or anything that you didn't like from the previous that you hope that they implement into the next one?
I've not actually played any of the Far Cry games until a friend of mine, who said check it out. The new one's coming. Check the trailer. I checked it out, and I have to say, it looks fantastic. I mean,
Far Cry
the stuff.
3.
Yeah,
That was an amazing game.
I've not
I
actually
played
played.
Far Cry 3. Yeah, I accidentally got that mixed up. Far Cry 4 with 3, but I played 3 over my cousin's house before, and it was more so watching, but I got to play a little bit myself, and it was just fun. It just was kind of like, it was casual, basically the relaxed moments, but then there were those moments where you really are in the action, and I like it because there's a lot of exploration implemented into the game, and I like games where you discover a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen. Sorry.
Far Cry 3, I owned it, and it is a huge game. The jungle is amazing, and like it had so many animals in there, and it scared the crap out of me every time I got close to the water and I got attacked by something. And Far Cry 3 it looked beautiful, it played beautiful, and Far Cry 2 and Far Cry 1 were not very good. So the fact that they turned it all around and made Far Cry 3 it blows everything else out of the water. And they're making Far Cry 4, which is almost a copy of Far Cry 3, but with improvements and new skins and extra stuff added to it. So I'm super excited.
I've actually noticed one thing in the Far Cry 4 gameplay that they've shown. They used animals quite a lot, and the way they've shown it was beautifully done. There's a lot of great imagery, and graphics will look amazing. Yeah, I'm really pumped for this Far Cry 4 from someone who's never played any of the games before. So
it will not let you down, and the characters in the campaign were spectacular. Also, Voss has got to be in there. Probably my top 5 villain characters in any video game. And the game itself, Far Cry 3, is in my top 5 games for sure.
Nice.
That's definitely saying something, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so you all know we had to put this inside the podcast. Even though not everybody is a fan of it, we all have those. We all have our moments. You already know the Call of Duty life cycle, but once again, people felt that COD Ghost was a big disappointment. Call of Duty they felt like it really wasn't what it truly was in last game, Call of Duty Ghost. But now Advanced Warfare is coming out. Do you all think that Sledgehammer will impress? Or personally, I think if Sledgehammer doesn't deliver with this, then in the YouTube community specifically, like, you're going to see a lot more variety in content because people are going to be switching to different games.
My channel is going to be switching to a lot of Minecraft. If this game flops, But I don't think it's going to flop. You know, I got a lot that I can say about this, and I know we have a limited time, so I'm not going to. But with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, if you watch all of these trailers and all of these gameplays and things, you can tell that they took things from Black Ops 2, which had a lot more, got a lot more attention than what Ghost did. And they put those into Advanced Warfare, all those things that we liked from Black Ops 2. And you've got the things that Sledgehammer's putting into Advanced Warfare. Now, Sledgehammer Games worked on Modern Warfare 3, but they did not work on the multiplayer. They worked on the campaign. And who here liked the Modern Warfare 3 campaign? Because I know I did. And so that excites me.
I liked it. It was pretty good.
I liked it.
So
the main thing that I'm looking for in this new game of Call of Duty is the fact that they've got a lot of new different features and gadgets that you can use now as well, which they haven't introduced in the previous games. The suit, I don't know what it's actually called.
Exosuit.
The exosuit, yeah, looks really good. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have fun with using that.
Yeah, I know they're gonna have a non-exosuit playlist, but personally, I like to try new things with video games, so I'm probably gonna be playing the exosuit playlist.
Yeah, I am too.
But some people feel like the exosuit, the abilities for the exosuit specifically, are gonna be pointless because you only get to use it like one time per spawn or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that they're pointless, but they're going to have their moments where you need them, and they're not going to be overpowered. Like, you're going to use them one time when you need it, and that's it.
Yeah.
So.
One thing I'm hoping for though in this game is I really hope they give us a bit more in the story mode campaign.
I think I read up on it. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
I kind of read up on it, and I believe that Sledgehammer said that the story mode on Advanced Warfare was supposed to be longer than any previous Call of Duty.
Yep.
So.
I read the same exact thing. It's supposed to be longer and more in-depth than any other Call of Duty made to date. And, you know, Call of Duty has their way of twisting their words to where they're like, hey, we did this completely new engine. No, you just, you know, took off the bad things, put in new things, called it a new engine. That's not a new engine. So, for all we know, it could be a whole 2 minutes longer than a previous Call of Duty. You know?
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Sledgehammer has been on the pulse of the community, the Call of Duty community, this whole past 3 years. They go to Call of Duty championships, you know, all of those things, asking people what they want about what they like about each specific thing, and they're putting that into the game. You know, we asked for 15 prestiges, we got 15 prestiges.
I mean, the last Call of Duty I played was the one previously before the Ghost. I mean, I didn't even go for Ghost. It just didn't appeal to me whatsoever. But I know when the previous one before Ghost, me and my friends, my cousins, we all came around. We had a ton of fun playing online, and that was the beauty. But I know a lot of people were disappointed with Ghost, and I'm really hoping that this Advanced Warfare really ups it a lot.
To be honest, as far as Ghost, like, I'm not gonna make this a whole rant about the negative, but more so highlighting what the positive possibly can be. But as far as Ghost, I don't even know if I have a whole day's worth of play on there, to be honest.
Yeah. Like Ghost, the things that they did do good on Ghost, I will say this. They did very, very well with the DLC as far as weapons goes. Maps were crap, so we're not going to talk about that. But weapons, camos, the hit detection was really, really good, and so was the feel of the game. It was very smooth. I will give them that.
One thing that people felt that was kind of wrong in the creation of Call of Duty Ghosts is that they feel that Treyarch, who created Ghosts? I'm tripping. Infinity Ward or Infinity Ward, right? Okay, yeah, I'm tripping. Infinity Ward, they feel like instead of kind of making sure the maps were originally good from the beginning, they felt like they kind of postponed the good maps and the DLCs. So, like, I think they could have put a lot more effort into just making sure the game, or at least the multiplayer maps, were satisfactory from the beginning. But, like I said, I'm going to try not to focus on the negatives. We got Advanced Warfare around the corner. I think it drops November 4th. So
November 3rd for day 0.
November, okay. So,
I definitely might be picking that copy up for PS4.
Yeah, I'm getting mine for PS4. Also, if you notice, Infinity Ward maps are lots of rubble and junk thrown everywhere, and there's no set paths, like one in the middle and 2 on the sides, like there is with Treyarch games. With a Treyarch game, it's like an arena. Like, if you look at a Treyarch map in Black Ops 2, it's like an arena. Look at Standoff, Raid. Those are untouched places that you go in and you play on. There's nothing wrong with those maps. Like, their buildings aren't destroyed. But if you go into an Infinity Ward game, you hop on, for example, gosh, I wish I could remember that really crappy map in Ghost. Well, I mean, there's a lot of crappy maps in Ghost, but the one, well, that's not a very good example either. Stonehaven? Stonehaven, that map.
That map was way too big for me.
Yeah, the maps in general were way too big in Ghost.
Yeah.
It was.
Especially for them not to put in Ground War.
and you'd be surprised just how the maps are structured itself. It has a dynamic impact on how the game is played, to be honest. And I felt like because Ghost was really big, it kind of made the community, or at least the new players, work on just kind of staying in one place. But I think we said enough for Advanced Warfare. We can only see where things go from here. I guess to wrap this up, are there any like last words, anything you would all like to say about your channel or the forum, any updates or anything to close this off?
We're going to be having quite a few contests on Next Generation coming up for this month. I mean, we're going to have Member of the Month. That's always a popular contest with the members. We've also got Find the Ghost, which is going to be a fun little puzzle for everyone to try and find as many hidden images of ghosts that are scattered around the forum, as well as all the latest news for movies and games, all the trailers. We're going to have loads of reviews coming up, posted by our fellow members. And of course, we've got new games coming out. WWE 2K15. I don't know if you guys are excited about that game. I know I am.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be buying that. And also Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yeah, Unity. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, cannot wait.
Nice.
Yeah. So basically, with my channel, I will be having a couple new series with Advanced Warfare coming out soon, class setups and live commentaries. That's about the only thing I'm adding besides gameplay being switched from Black Ops 2 to Advanced Warfare. Also, I am the leader and founder of Blur Gaming, who is a gaming organization looking to get out other YouTubers, smaller YouTubers. So we're recruiting commentators, pub stompers, snipers, GFX artists, all of you guys out there, video editors, and that's about it for me.
Okay, as far as my channel, things that I'm pretty much working on is GTA 5, Call of Duty, mainly Black Ops 2 at the moment until Advanced Warfare comes out. But once Advanced Warfare comes out, I'll probably think of or collaborate on stuff that I can do with that. It's pretty simple, man. Just trying to grind out here on YouTube. The YouTube community is way more vast than it was back then. It was like it was more of a struggle to get into YouTube, but now everything's so accessible that everybody's starting up, even people who don't really put in as much quality. But we're all trying to grow out here. It's just working together and building a sense of community. We'll all benefit in the end. And same as far as the aspect of forums, Next Generation, just collaborating and talking to each other and staying active. That's the only way to get bigger. So I think we pretty much ended on a good note here. What do you all think?
Yeah,
definitely.
On the note of YouTubers putting out not as good content, it frustrates me so much to go to somebody's channel and see them uploading a video from their camera of their phone and posting it to YouTube and having hundreds of subscribers and them only having like 6 videos. That makes me so angry.
Yeah, it kind of makes me feel like it's kind of glitched, but I'm gonna try to stay a positive person at least in this podcast. So anyway.
It makes me angry at YouTube, not the person.
All right. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up. This has been your boy T Thizzle with your host Boss.
And that's it, guys. We have run out of time. We hope you enjoyed our show. Don't forget to click on the thumbs up button and subscribe to our YouTube channel Next Gen X, and tell everyone that you know to do the same.